Hi guys, I love you guys. I hope you guys are well. I love you guys so much. I am done for the day unless God gives me more words, but I don't know why, but I just felt like talking about this, and it's just so emotional, and I just want to share something with you guys. So I know, I posted, took some days off, posted, took some days off, only because I wanted to spend time with God, and I did get word like when I took my little days off, but if God never told me post it, I just waited until he said, okay, now it's time, and then there was one time where he said, no, don't post until tomorrow, and I said, okay. So I knew he wanted to spend time with me, and I love spending time with God. And I noticed, this is why when I put out that video talking about separation, isolation period, let me open my windows because I love hearing the birds chirp. This is why when I talk about the separation, isolation period, it's so important, because that's the time where you truly build your relationship with God, and when you truly discover who you really are. You know what I mean? I keep forgetting it's Canada. It's still kind of chilly. But I just like the birds chirping. But I noticed something. The other day, it's been happening so frequent, okay? So I posted a message on my community post, and I said, having a mother, if you have a good mother, having a mother is a blessing. Having a father is a blessing too. But there's nothing like a mother's love, a mother's touch, because a mother bonds with her baby in the womb, right? And there's nothing like a mother's love. Mothers are nurturing, and fathers are more disciplining. And not to say fathers are not nurturing, but fathers are more about discipline and structure and protection, and mothers are more nurturing and comforting. And a mother is the person you go to when you get a boo-boo, oh my gosh, my knee hurts, or I'm going through heartbreak, or I'm going through something, and then you just call your mom, and your mom's there to hug you. Your mom's there to love you. Your mom's there to pour positivity in you, to pour in you wholeheartedly advice, wisdom, because your mom learns from her experience, her past experience, and she's supposed to teach you and give you advice and to ensure that you don't make the same mistakes as her, right? And the father does the same thing, but I'm talking about mother because something happened to me. So I was going through a moment, and I said on the community post, if you have a mom, cherish that. Cherish it with all your heart. Cherish it, protect it, and hold on to it, because a lot of people out here don't have that. A lot of people out here don't have, we don't have a nurturing mom, or a mom that loves us or supports us. You see what I'm saying? And I was telling God, if I had, because I'm not in good terms with my mom right now, but I was telling God, if I had a relationship with my mom, but it was not the best, and it was really up and down, and arguments here and there, and all of that, because of the type of heart that I have and the type of person I am, and I've been this person my whole life. This is why I got in so much trouble, because I'm always forgiving people, but accepting them back in my life. And because I do this, I always end up getting hurt. Because no matter how much people slap me in the face, I'm like, hey, come here. And I don't know what was wrong with me. I don't know what was wrong with me growing up, but I noticed now that it's because of my heart. And it's because I just want to love everybody. That's just how I am as a person. And I didn't learn how to break out of that until God pulled me away and separated me to teach me boundaries and discipline. But if I had a mother that, we just argue here and there, have our disagreements, all of that, or she made mistakes when I was a kid, and, but she's changed and a whole new person, and she's not repeating the same things, without even a thought, without even a doubt, I would be having brunch with my mom every Sunday. I would be going shopping with her almost every 2 weeks. I would literally forgive her and build my relationship with her. because the way how I see it is, not everyone's perfect. We all have a past. And the way how I look at things is, some people, they receive their characteristics and traits from how they were brought up and how they were treated as a child. So I don't just look at how I'm treated. I look at how the person was treated as to why they treat other people that way. And that's why that's what helps me forgive people today. That's what helped me my forgiving process, is realizing that something happened to the person that did something to you. It doesn't mean you have to open the door wide open and let them in. Depends on the situation and what God says. But I always think of it like that. Like, because my mom didn't have the best upbringing, I still love her and I would still build a relationship with her and everything. But the reason why I can't, I'm not going to say too much because I don't like putting my personal business out there, but I want to tell you guys something, because hopefully this can help someone else. But the reason why I don't is because my situation is not the same as everybody else. I know some people have probably go through the same thing I'm going through, but my situation is not just the argument or not agreeing. My situation is not like that. It's far deeper than that. It's spiritual. It's life and death and spiritual. And this is why God forbids me to open back that door, because it's because of my mom why my name is on demonic altars. And it's something that's happened to me on and off my whole life. Like, I've never knew what was happening to me as a kid. Like, I always felt like something was wrong with me, like something was going on, but I never knew what it was. And the revelation came to me later on in my adult years when God revealed to me, and it took a while for me to even accept this revelation. God had to kind of like stamp it in my face because I was not listening, and I always kept going back into that trap. It was like I was always getting caught in the spider web. No matter what, I always went and got caught in the spider web, and God would have to come save me, and then I'll get caught in it again. He'll come and save me. God was getting frustrated. And he didn't want to, I know God didn't want to show me the full revelation until I was mature enough, because he knows it's going to hurt me, but then he did. So my situation, as bad as I want to, as much as I want to, and as hurtful as it is, I can't, I've been forbidden to open back that door, because it's a matter of, it's consistent. It's not gonna stop. It'll eventually stop, but it's the motive behind everything. It's gonna keep going on, and it will have, like God said, it will eventually stop. But at the same time, it's because of that why I'm attacked so much, and why I've been fighting my whole life through these attacks. It's because of what she's been doing behind the scenes. And the thing about it is, not much people are going to believe me because of the perception that was put out there about me as a child, me being the problem child. And I actually believed it to the point where when I became an adult, I used to say, guys, I was such a bad kid. Oh my gosh. And God had to really break me out of that, because it wasn't because of me being a bad kid is why I'm a bad kid. It was because of the way I was treated, which is what led me to rebel, run away from home, get into things I wasn't supposed to get into. And a lot of it had to do with witchcraft as well that was being done to me. I didn't know that, right? So my situation is completely different. That's why I said, even if you have an argument with your mom, a disagreement with your mom, or you're just going through some ups and downs with your mom, don't let that be the reason why you don't talk to your mom again. Don't let that be the reason why you cut ties with your mom, because you need your mom. If your situation is not life and death, and God is not telling you you have to close the door, then try to be there for your mom. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't mean you have to be consistent, as in like every single day, still have boundaries, but still show your mom you love her. You get what I'm saying? I can show my mom I love her from a distance, and not much people will understand my situation, because when they hear this, they're like, why would you not talk to your mom? But I don't want to go into details. Like I said before, I'm telling you the things that I went through. with my mom is not normal. Is not normal. And there is narcissistic abuse involved. And there's a lot of spiritual things that happened to me that's not normal. And it was because of what she did. It was because of her hands, her own hands, her participating in certain things. And then, the fact that when I found out, the fact that I was gaslighted and called crazy and everything was covered with lies and I was perceived as the bad person is what made me realize why God told me to close the door. Because a person that would do certain things, if they were truly sorry, they would apologize. And the thing about it is that because I can see in spirit, and because I have that connection with the Holy Spirit, he has shown me some things that has been going on my whole life that I didn't know. And that's why I have to obey when God says you cannot open back that door, because it's a matter of life and death, and not everyone will understand that. So I can only love from a distance, right? And like I said, it's because of what happened, what she did, is why my name is on altars, demonic altars, my photos, whatever. And it's been consistent. If it was like, okay, an argument and I'll never do it again, no, but because it's consistently done on and off here and there, like she'll take breaks, and then there's something that will trigger her, whether it's me elevating into another level or whether it's me receiving something else. There's something that would trigger her to go back and do it again, to pay the person, right? So, and the thing is that my mom is young. She had me when she was very young. So if you see us, you think we're sisters, So there's a lot of that competitive spirit, that jealous spirit, which is what's kind of fueling everything that she does. And so, like, I don't want to go into too much details because I love my mom so much. I do, and it makes me emotional because I love her. But I just can't. I'm not allowed to open back that door, and that's something that's what. How do I explain it, God? That's a requirement, or not requirement, but that's a demand that God specifically gave me because of what she's doing. And some people in my family know, but they pretend like they don't. But it's not just her. I get attacked from other people too. But that's the most hurtful attack, because that's someone that's supposed to protect me and love me, right? So I just want to say to those who have a mom out there, like, love your mom. And if you're not going through what I'm going through, and God has not demanded you to follow the instructions that I receive for myself, then try. You know what I mean? Like, try. Like I say, it doesn't mean you have to open the door fully open. It just means you can still have boundaries, but try. Trust me, if I were in your position, I would accept arguments. I would accept disagreements. I would accept little nagging. I would accept all that. I would. That's how much I truly love my mom. The type of stuff she's doing is, in God's eyes, is unacceptable. So I can't, right? So yeah, and yeah, it's very hard for me to talk about. But I also want to just say, oh yeah, okay, thank you. Okay, so I have to tell you what happened. So after I posted that on the community post, I was talking to God. I was in the shower. I talk to God everywhere, in the shower, in the bathroom, while I'm cooking, okay, while I'm cleaning, even while I'm doing my hair, my makeup. I talk to God throughout the whole day on my chatterbox, okay? If you want to build a relationship with the Holy Spirit and you want it to be strong, be a chatterbox. Just don't only talk to him when you're on your knees. Talk to him every second of the day when you get a chance to. That's you giving God your undivided attention. Be a chatterbox. Sometimes I have to be quiet. Sometimes he comes in the spirit and he's like, because I talk too much. Because even when I'm laying down, I'm in the spirit, I'm like, God, the Holy Spirit's like, because they're obviously listening in the spirit, right? Yeah, so I was in the shower and I was like, Mom, looking up to talking to God, but I'm like, Mom, and I'm like, whoa, God, I just called you Mom. And then I'm like, whoa, God, I just called you mom. And then I'm like, okay, God. And then it happened to me again another time. And I'm like, Mom. I'm like, whoa. I caught myself. I'm like, okay. And today, this is what made me like record this video. Today, I was in the car and I was talking to God again. Because I'm like, I got to go get my daughter from school and everything. I'm like, let me have a talk with God for a little bit. And I'm like, Mom. And I'm like, whoa. And then God was like, it's okay to call me mom. God said, it's okay to call me mom. And that's why I have this big smile on my face. Like, I know God is our mom, our dad, our friend. He is everybody. But we always say God. I'm not used to saying God. And I always wished I could say mom. I want to say mom. You know what I mean? Because I don't get to say that. I get called mom, but I you know, it felt good to say mom. It felt really good. That's why I have a big smile on my face, because it feels good to say that. And he said it's okay if I call him that. I can call him mom, I can call him dad, I can call him God, I can call, you know what I mean? So, you know, and I used to hear people say mom when they called God. I never understood why I would hear people say that. Even in the media, I would hear people say mom God or whatever. I'm like, what's mom God? You know? But I don't know if they mean it like the same way I mean it, but I'll just say that when I said it, it hit differently in my heart, because that's something that I don't have in the physical. And I know God has filled that up. Remember that video I put out where God says, I am your family? Remember that video where God's like, I am your family? I don't know, y'all. It hit different. It just hit different. And I feel so like, that was a revelation that hit me so much, that just made me I'm so emotional. That just made me fill up with gratitude and humbleness and acceptance, and, you know, feeling like I'm not missing out on something, right? If that makes sense. So yeah, I just want to share that if those who, you know, I gave the advice for those that, you know, if you're going through problems with your mom and it's not as bad and not as deep, and God has not told you or demanded you to shut the door completely, try and make it work. I wish I could, but I can't. But if you're in my situation, pray and ask God if you can call him mom or dad, if it's your dad on your end. But I'm pretty sure he's good. I'm pretty sure it's okay. Okay, so I just want to let you know that. But I love you guys so much. I'm probably not gonna post for the rest of the day unless God tells me to. Sometimes I have to like drag my feet to post, because as much as I love posting and talking to you guys and giving you guys videos, sometimes I feel like I'm still camera shy. And I know it doesn't look like it, but trust me, I am. And I'm still like very shy to socialize. So posting on camera is very nerve-wracking, even for those who've been doing it for a long time. I'm not posting on camera. What? Talking on camera. So yeah, that's why I always tell people, like, it's not easy coming up here and putting up a word, because you get arrows aimed at you, and it's kind of like, do you know how long it took me to even pull out my phone to do this? Like, you know, people don't really understand. But I just wanted to share this with you guys, and I'm gonna be more open with you guys. I know God wants me to be more open. He always tells me to. So I'll be more open with you guys, whether it's like doing another live. I've been kind of hiding away from lives recently, because I don't know what it is, but I've been like in this cocoon like you guys as well. And I know God is about to take me out, and I'm going to be doing more lives and more stuff. But I know he was doing this to help me preserve, you know, my energy, and to really just learn more about my walk with him and what he needs me to do. And he's changing a lot, like he is doing in your life as well. So you'll see more of that. Okay, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. And I hope I'm not flooding your timeline. If I am, I'm sorry. I just have to be obedient. But this is not a word that, you know, he pushed me to share, but it's something that he said, if you want to, you can, kind of thing, right? So I love you guys. Bye.